We were asked to create work in response to the Rose Rare book collection, so I took an approach between two specific pieces that were in the collection, Charles Darwin's On the Origin of Species and Anne Frank's The Diary of Anne Frank. I was using both of them to think about science and humanities and how the relationships would connect between natural selection and, of course, the extermination of an entire race.
With this piece, I'm allowing the narrator's pretty much dictating to their audience. He's just explaining his life and what he's gone through and how he became invisible. So I'm trying to give that voice a voice.
When we look back in time, how do we know what's natural and what's not? And I think that that draws reference to Carl Linnaeus's System of Nature book, and he was just trying to classify and create structure and names and science for everything and a system. And what will that system be, 1,000 years from now? That's a question I like to think about. How will we know what was truly created from the earth or created from, our own, new ways of making things?
My art is an exploration of sound as a sculptural object. I like to explore the physical properties of sound and how they create a context for us, how they affect how we interact with our surroundings and our environment and with each other.
I think for me it's about pulling out content within these books that the viewer can then approach the piece like a book, where they're taking time with it. They can read it and then find their own relationships between the content within both books. So I'm hoping that it's not just relationships in general between the two books, but also personally between one's own self within the work.
Well, I think the purpose behind making this installation was to be a part of a bigger experience, a collaborative experience, and then to offer that collaborative experience to others. So in effect, by placing all of these objects and artwork all in this space, it's for other people to come in and learn and draw knowledge from. When interacting with this piece, I would try and take note of the happy accidents that are happening, the familiarities between natural objects and then synthetic man-made objects. And so what I really like to do is pretend that I'm someone who doesn't know the difference, and I would really like it if the viewer took that same notion.